everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Laura Train Mama. Today we are having a look at this story from the Thomas and Friends collection. It's called Thomas Scares the Crows. The farmers of Sodor were planting corn seeds. When Thomas pulled up at Farmer McCall's farm, he heard a loud noise. Squawk, squawk, squawk. There were crows everywhere. Farmer McCall was not happy. The crows were eating all of his seeds. Shoo! Farmer McCall shouted at the birds. My scarecrow needs fixing. These crows are ruining my cornfield. An idea flew into Thomas's funnel. He could scare the crows away by making lots of noise. Toot, toot, toot. Sure enough, the crows flapped away, but a few minutes later, they all came back. I'll keep these birds away until you fix your scarecrow, Thomas told Farmer McCall. But two of the crows ignored Thomas's toots and hoots. So Thomas had another idea. He would chase those birds far away from the field. Thomas puffed his pistons and lurched towards the birds. The crows squawked and flew off down the track. I'm right behind you, huffed Thomas, steaming after the birds. The crows flew faster. Thomas's boiler bubbled. I must chase them away. The crows flew into the steamworks where Gordon was getting a new coat of paint. Thomas let out a loud toot. Fizzling fireboxes, gasped Gordon. The painter jumped too, and his paintbrush gave Gordon a big black moustache. Sorry, Gordon, giggled Thomas. Can't stop. The crows flew back up into the sky. They were ready for another chase. Thomas huffed and puffed and tooted as loud as he could. Chasing crows away was hard work. This time the crows landed on Mavis at the quarry. Toot! Whistled Thomas. Mavis bashed into her trucks. Trembling tracks! You gave me a fright, Thomas. But Thomas wasn't listening. The toot had scared the birds and they had disappeared into the sky. Thomas was so happy. But Farmer McCall was not so happy. When Thomas arrived at the farm, the crows were back already, and they'd brought even more of their friends with them too. What am I going to do? Sighed Farmer McCall. The scarecrow won't be ready until the morning. Thomas felt terrible. If only he'd stayed at the field, as he'd promised. I'll watch your field tonight, Farmer McCall. I won't move a piston. This time, Thomas kept to his word. He hooted and tooted all night long. The next morning, Farmer McCall put the mended scarecrow back in his field. You've been a really useful engine, Thomas. Thomas's boiler bubbled with pride. Then he let out a big yawn, and he was soon fast asleep, dreaming all about crows. Squawk! The end. That brings us to the end of the story, Thomas Scares the Crows. I really hope that you enjoyed listening along with me today, and if you did, please don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps me out. Share with a friend. Why not? You could even check you're subscribed if you want to hear future stories like this one. And other than that, have a great day.